Hello everyone, this is Tatyana and welcome to my channel. If you haven't done so yet, then make sure to subscribe and ring the bell in order not to miss out on any of these videos. Today we're going to be doing a huge transformation on these nail extensions, which were done by another nail specialist. What I am so excited about today is that we are using dual forms, or as some may call them, Popits. It's a relatively new product that everyone quickly fell in love with. They work great with hybrid gels or acrygel. They have a flexible structure and their sizes are all numbered on the tips. So without any further delay, let's get started. The French tip was applied a little too thick, so I'm just removing that and of course the design on the other nail. Further, we need to file down the overgrown part of the natural nail with a soft nail file. Then we're simply pushing back the cuticle a little with our cuticle pusher and cleaning out the cuticle area. The cuticle is pretty thin and doesn't need much cleaning up, but in any case I do want to go over it just a little bit. I'm using a round nail bit at low RPMs and the diameter of this bit is 2 to 3 millimeters. First you need to go around the inside area of the cuticle and then just softly going over it with that bit again. The center of the bit is going parallel to the cuticle and smoothly cleaning it all up. The RPMs are about 15,000. For unproblematic cuticles such as these, I'll be using only 2 nail bits, the flame bit and the round bit. Cleaning up 10 fingers, it took me only about 15 minutes. The nails are bending a bit downward, and especially our index finger, which does make me a little bit worried about our dual forms. So first of all, I need to measure the forms to each nail in order to check that it fits. I'm laying the form on the nail, pressing it down, and checking the sides. That form there didn't quite reach the side, so I'm going for the next form. This one definitely fits better. You also don't want to pick a form that's too big, otherwise the product that doesn't go on the nail itself will of course end up on the skin. It's really important to make sure that the form is pressed against the cuticle. This way it pushes it up, forming our apex, but also pressing it down to kick out any air. When you are applying this, you want to make sure that the layer around the cuticle area is not too thick. Otherwise, while pressing that onto the nail, any excess material will seep right out from the form onto the skin. I've already dehydrated the nail and now just putting on the form. While I move the tip, I'm holding the form by the cuticle down with my finger. And I've moved the tip just a little bit down, and now cleaning up from any of the excess material on the corners, and then once again I'm checking the cuticle area. There were no air bubbles, so I sent this nail to dry underneath the lamp for about 30 seconds. In order to take off the form, I'm just pinching the little tips on the end and simply removing it, and continuing further with the other nails. And here's our result with using dual forms for the first time. The top of the nail is absolutely perfect, but the border around the contour needs a little help, and lifting the free edge turned out fantastic. I'm immediately taking my nail drill through and filing down the free edge where the product ran a little bit. My nail drill really knocks this out. I'm working only on the sides of the nail and not touching the top of our nails at all, just cleaning up the areas that leaked. Even though it did leak a little bit from the form, it didn't go out onto the skin, and that all depends on how well you hold and set your form. Even as much as I tried, our cuticles didn't turn out as perfect as I had wanted. So I'm just going to take care of that with my nail bit. You should smooth that transition from the natural nail to the material and very carefully go around the skin without causing any injuries. After cleaning up from all the dust, here is our result. Now we'll be cleaning up the thickness from underneath. That is just a typical procedure that we must do after having lifted them. After using our nail bit, we need to work on the bottom edge of the nail. It was sagging. From the very beginning, I specifically didn't touch the top of the nails, and as you can see, the structure is simply amazing. The nail is completely smooth, and honestly, well, I wasn't expecting them to turn out this nice. We've got light arches, thin nails, and very little refining from our nail file, and all of this from our first try. With just a little more practice, there will be even less need for filing. These dual forms are really cool, and I'll admit it, I was a little bit worried about using them at first, but as they say, don't judge a book by its cover. Working with these dual forms was actually so much fun and super simple. Also, there was practically no dust, which is fantastic because no one likes dust. Today we're painting our nails in a beautiful lilac color and a beige for our design. You do want to buff your nails before applying the polish, otherwise the polish will just slide off. And I'm coating our nails twice. On the ring finger, I'm creating a geometrical design with a gel paste. And after having let that dry underneath the lamp, I'm going to add a few more little details in white. I'm coating them in a glossy top coat, but as for the ring finger, I'm coating that in a matte finish. Not only do these nails look absolutely stunning, they actually look even longer than they did before correcting, even though I had to file them down. And that's all thanks to fixing them from that terrible bending on the free edge. If you found this video helpful and enjoyed it, then please give it a huge thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video.